we're going to be talking about vocabulary a lot right here, not a whole heck of a lot of math. And so the first part is saying, okay, so linear equations can model applications in which things move at a. Okay, so now first off, what is a linear equation? A linear equation is when you have a graph, like there's our coordinate axes, and a linear equation is one that just goes boom, 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 boom in a perfectly straight line. And so that means it's changing at a constant rate. And the idea is it only crosses the x-axis, and that's the y-axis, once. And that's the whole point of what a linear equation is. So keeping in mind, what is that linear equation? So that linear equation, remember, is a line in a graph like this. Boom. And this blue thing is your linear equation. And so you've got your y-axis, you've got your x-axis, and the idea is how many solutions does this linear equation have? Well, it has only one because it only crosses the x-axis once, right here. We don't care that it crosses the y-axis. The solution is wherever it crosses the x-axis, and since it's only going to cross once, even if the line was going downwards, like, I don't know, like boom, like this, well, it only crosses that x-axis once at most. So how many solutions does that thing have? Well, it has exactly one solution, and because it's only going to cross once. So the idea is, if you've got a linear equation, so a linear equation might look like this: y is equal to x plus 5, or y is equal to 8x, something like that. And really, y wouldn't be it would be like 7, like a number, like 7 in this case, or maybe we might say 16 right here, 16, or 7 up here. All right. And so the idea is they're asking us, how are you going to solve that equation? How are you going to solve it? Well, here we would solve it by subtracting, and here we would solve it by dividing. And really, subtraction and addition are the same, because you can either subtract by 5 or you can add by a negative 5. So that's why addition. And then here, you're really dividing both sides by 8, but that's the same thing as multiplying by 1/8. And so that's multiplication. So the answer is this one right here. Addition and multiplication are the two properties that you're going to use to solve those linear equations. And lastly, if you're solving some sort of equation and you end up with some funky thing, instead of ending up with something traditional like y equals 5 or x equals 2/3. These are traditional. That makes sense, right? But if you end up with some funky answer like 0 equals 4, well, there's no way in the world 0 equals 4. That is a silly statement. It's a false statement. And so what we would say is it has no solutions because it's impossible. And that wraps up this video.